What I wanted to talk about in the next couple of minutes is around how fintech is disrupting automotive finance in different ways. I'm going to focus on the customer expectation piece. So what Netflix is doing is not just teaching us that we don't need to own the movies we want to watch. More importantly, and the key takeaway from this slide, is that it's teaching our customers they can get what they want the second they need it without planning in advance. And that is a key takeaway to really think about for a second. We heard Spotify being mentioned before. We can think about Amazon Prime or even Uber. These companies are teaching customers to not hang around. They can get what they want. Another example is that customers are becoming more unloyal, disloyal. We heard an example from Carval about car loyalty. Linking it to finance, there are a new range of finance companies entering this world that people have never heard of before. I'm sure many of you have tried Apple Pay, but did you know that now Facebook has a license to facilitate money transfers between customers? So no longer do you have to go to your trusted bank that you've been banking with for 30 years. You can do something like a money transfer using something as familiar, as friendly, as uncontroversial as a Facebook feed. Alipay, I'm sure you're familiar with the Alipay, the solution from Alibaba in China. They're now entering Europe as well. So if you combine these facts, consumers want things straight away. Consumers have no loyalty, and consumers are very wary about how they're going to spend their money. I believe this is opening the floodgates for disruption. I'm going to show you 3 quick examples of how other manufacturers have addressed this. But the fundamental 3 approaches a manufacturer can choose. One is to do it yourself. One is to invest in other companies doing it. And the third one is to partner with someone to get to market quicker. Ford is last year launched something called Ford Pay, which is effectively the alternative to Apple Pay. Ford Pay lives within Ford Pass, which is the new home for a Ford owner. Through this pass, you can not just manage your next service, you can also pay for parking in advance and things like that to make your life as a Ford owner easier. So they're obviously trying to, in a big way, to try to own inventory on your smartphone to become that one-stop shop. Another example is Jaguar with InMotion Ventures, obviously investing in companies doing interesting things in their space. One example I saw, one of the most recent investments, is a company called Splits, which is a car or ride-sharing platform. But unlike kind of the traditional ones we've heard of, like BlaBlaCars, Split are focusing on corporates. And then my last example is my favorite example. It's from BMW. So BMW has chosen to partner with innovative companies in the financial services space because this helps them get to market quicker. It can allow them to pilot and test things without necessarily taking the risks themselves, but can share that across the partners. So the innovation there is to offer finance at the point of sale in the after-sales universe. So to offer better service to the customers, BMW is offering the customer to spread the cost over a period of time, making the transaction more affordable, and also improves customer perception of ease of use and ease of doing business with. So last few points from me is just to have a think about what to think about when working with a new young company like ourselves. Can you leverage your existing system with this new provider? If you can, great. If you're not, think again. Second point, does this help your customers? Does this make your customers happier? Does it help them live or afford to live with your products? And lastly, does it help you attract new customers? Does it broaden the addressable market? And if you have found a supplier that can do these three things, I think it's a no-brainer to engage with them. That's me. Thank you very much.